Cars behind are Sainz, Hamilton and Leclerc. Allow there, Alpha turn 1, purple C3 position 2, purple C3 position 2, third gear.
Hello. Hello?
Let's pick up some robots. Cross-check into
Working.
the top left toggle for turn 11.
Alright, we are up.
Watch for Sainz, 4 seconds behind time lap.
Adam.
Okay. Go to the grid, you can test your drink. Static pipe point learn when you arrive on the grid. Turn 7, that left toggle was too much.
Go on party.
Wait, are we getting invited to a server or what?
He's gonna add me and I'll invite you.
Okay. But is the stream on?
Yeah, the stream's on.
Is it on
now.
YouTube?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just have a look.
Yeah, you're in it.
Alright, cool. Wait,
So not upset.
which channel is it on? Oh, and what's the channel called?
I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna kill myself. I didn't mean any of that.
We are now. Wait, where are you gonna send us the link?
Yeah, I am.
Wait, are you gonna send it on my phone?
Yeah, I'll send it to you on Snapchat.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Let me turn the quality up. I'm excited, bro. I can't even lie. Oh, hang on.
We don't technically.
What? You don't technically what?
We haven't technically fingered yet. Started. We technically started 15.
Oh, bro, wait.
Started a bit early.
But they've already started. Oh, we're supposed to start the
No,
rate.
we started early.
That'll be alright, I guess.
3 people are watching.
Oh, for me, there's only one.
Alright, let's check this.
Hey, there's 3 people watching.
Alright.
Qualifying.
So before the race comes, I gotta ask, what we thinking, bro?
I
About how this
mean,
is gonna go.
I think it's going to go pretty well. I feel like there's going to be a couple of crashes, if I'm being completely honest with you, because, it's a big race. Like, there's going to be a lot of
Well,
drivers, but
there's only ever been in this whole series 2 warnings ever given out.
I don't know. I feel like with how the track is and my experiences in driving on Japan, I feel like um there could be a little bit of a crash.
Yeah. Well, predictions for pole and race. We'll start with pole.
Wait, am I just gonna say the team or the person? Because I don't know the people.
Person, team, whatever. We've got Alpine and Kaname currently leading the constructors
Okay,
by 48 points.
let's have a look at um the standings real quick, and then I will make my decision. Reminder event starting in 15 minutes. So T1 driver standings. So yeah, Kaname. Um, I feel like considering Knox, which is the main guy of this, like he made it and all that. I feel like he's gonna get pole because I think it's his first race coming back after having to do commentary for such a long time because there was no
Well,
commentators
I
before
think
us.
he was there last race.
I feel like he's gonna do pretty well. I think he might get on pole if I'm being completely honest. But then to win the race, I think it's going to be Kaname because the point difference is really really big. So I'm saying Kaname, or Alkai, one of them two are going to win it. I mean, how are you feeling about this? Who do you think is going to win?
I think Kaname. It might even be a 1-2 for Alpine like it was in Belgium. Well, actually, no, it wasn't. Yeah, it was a 1-4 in Belgium.
Yeah.
But we're gonna pan to the picture now for it.
Uh, just give me 1 second.
Yeah. Well, for this race, I think honestly, with what's been happening, um, well, as if you guys don't know already, we are new commentators for the remaining races of the season. Um, my name is Owen, and my commentator is Adam. So we're hoping to bring you guys the best that we can through even if it's some boring races. We are going to be starting early, all these races, for some build-up to see what our predictions are. But we're excited to be commentating Tier 1.
Yes,
We've done
we
it
are.
before, but
Have we?
yeah,
I
pretty
don't.
good with this.
I don't remember the last time.
I don't just forgot.
Oh.
um, but yeah, we are going to be starting our league racing in 12 minutes time. Now, before then, Adam is going to give us some intel on what he thinks this race is going to be like in Suzuka, Japan.
Well, personally, I feel like today's race is going to be a tight one. As Knox, the man who's been commentating for quite some time, is coming back for his second race. I think he's going to do quite well, potentially get pole, and
Actually, he's raced all season. He
oh,
missed out on one race.
all
In
right,
Bahrain.
okay, but yeah, I think Knox is definitely going to do quite well. I think Canham is probably going to end up winning the whole race because of his point differential
I
from
actually don't know
everyone.
if he's racing today. I'll have to check.
Yeah, I'm just going to put something in the chat. That's good luck to all the drivers. Yeah, so it's going to be a big day, hopefully. Hopefully we see a lot of good action, and
He might actually not be racing today.
that would be. If Canamir's not racing, then
I
I'm
don't see him on the
saying
list for racing.
if Canamir's not racing, then I'm gonna
He
go.
might not be racing, to be fair with yous.
Um, well, if I'm being genuinely honest,
That
then
could
I
definitely
am not
spice it
sure.
up.
That could definitely spice it up.
That would really spice it up.
Oh yeah, let's see who's. I think these are the people who are racing.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for everybody to come in. Oh, well, we do have 11 minutes before we start racing. I'll be back in a second. Adam, while I go, can you give us some insight into the Japan track and how well it's done in the past?
Okay, I can try.
How fun of a track it is to race with the drivers from your personal experience.
Okay, so personally, I would say Japan has not been a very great track for me, if I'm being completely honest, because just being quite new to the whole F1 thing, I've not really done it that much. All the people that I race against, they're really, really good at it, but from what I've experienced of it, I would definitely say Japan is a pretty good track, but there is a lot of room for mistake. So I'm thinking the drivers today, they need to really stay focused and hopefully just try and find no distractions and just be focused on what's in front of them today. And yeah, that's probably my overview of it. And yeah, that's all there's going to be from me for a little bit. The racing should probably start in about like 9 minutes now, I think. So just grab some food, whatever you want, just before the race starts. And most of all, hopefully you enjoy the race. We have the main commentator today, Owen, who is a really, really good F1 driver, I must admit. And then you got me as the second commentator, who will be looking over all the drivers, and if there's any big events that happen during the race, then I will pick up on it, and then we can have a look and see what's happened.
Hello, I'm back.
Alright, nice.
We have 8 minutes so we get racing down in Suzuka, Japan. Suzuka, Japan, as very well known, as we had the actual F1 2024 Grand Prix. Absolute brilliant race there from a fairly slow car, not the top, Max Verstappen. He drove the race without no mistakes. The only problem he had was the pit stop crew.
Yeah.
But despite from that, Lando and Oscar couldn't make an attack at all on the drivers.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it was a pretty boring race from the pit stops in Hagen. But hopefully it's a bit more exciting for you guys today in T1 racing.
Yeah, just same thing as what Owen said. What was I even going to say now? Yeah, I mean, Max is a pretty good driver. Hopefully there isn't any incidents on the track. Max Verstappen did do very well to keep concentrated, and hopefully the drivers can do the exact same thing. And hopefully they have a better pit stop than him, though, because by the sounds of things, his pit stop was not too great. But personally, I think, yeah, this race is going to be really good, really intense. For all the people watching at home, on phone, TV, whatever, hopefully you are going to enjoy this as much as me and Owen are, and hopefully all the drivers will.
Yeah, well, we are hoping for a really exciting race, especially there could be a lot of crashes coming down to turn 1.
Yeah.
That could be quite exciting, especially down at the start. But when the pack starts to establish themselves, to really tell who the better drivers are.
Yeah.
Whole qualifying 15 minutes to get those drivers out on a fair good amount of laps.
Yeah, give them a little bit of a
see how
chance
well
to.
they're doing.
Yeah, just to give them a little chance to get used to the cars again, because it has been quite a while since they last raced.
A week.
Yeah, it's just just getting back into the swing of things, and yeah, hopefully
Well,
it's going to be good.
as we have 7 minutes until we get racing now, um, we are starting to see the order of people who will be racing today. With 6 minutes to go now, we have Knox in the Mercedes AMG Petronas Formula 1 team, Kryjek 435 in Visa Cash App RB, then Alfred Vester in the Kick Sauber, Moore in the Haas, AR Ufus Guy in the Williams. That makes it 5 racing today so
Five,
far.
yeah.
But we still have 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, hopefully there is more drivers that come up, because I don't know if a 5-driver race is going to be as entertaining as, say, a 20-driver race.
Anyway, in this we've seen a lot of good battles. It will be a lot easier for the drivers if Kaname isn't driving, as he has had a win streak, starting in Bahrain, China, Austin, Texas, and then Belgium.
Yeah, he is.
Hoping for a better race today.
Yeah, I mean, Kaname, I mean, no offense to all the other drivers, but he is a brilliant driver by the looks of what I've seen from all the standings and that. But I'm not going to take any credit away from everyone else who's driving today, because they are all amazing, even to get into this league. And I think it's just really cool that, yeah, there's so many people who wanted to join in, and a bunch of partnerships as well. They've come up to them and said, "Oh, we'd like to sponsor you guys," and I think it's really cool that that yeah. I don't know what to say there, but okay.
Yeah, I could tell, mate. Beware, guys, it is first time.
Yeah, I'm a bit nervous, but
Yeah, we were meant to have a different commentator in, but he ended up coming out sick before we started. And his replacement, as I've already told you, he's Adam.
Morning.
Yeah, we're hoping for a really good turnout. Kaname had a really unlucky race looking in Austin, Texas. Not Austin. Nürburgring. Austria. He's managed to snag 4 fastest laps since then. It's been a really good run for him. And hope he shows up today. I want to see how he runs on the track.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, if we read out the points here, Kaname is in first with 129, followed by Alkai, who has just joined into Aston Martin for the 83rd with 81 points. Aston Martin is also my team, so maybe a little bit of backing to Alkai in my opinion. But I'm not going to be a biased commentator here. So.
I would love McLaren to be up front, but it looks like none of the drivers seem to be competing recently. So we will see how it goes.
Yeah, hopefully more drivers join though. Yeah.
We have had a couple more races. A McLaren driver has joined. Actually, as I said that was perfect timing. Timbo BD. Hope you know I'm rooting for you, bud. Alkai. If Kaname doesn't show up today, this could be really good for your title run. You could gain some solid points with a win. But only full teams racing here so far.
V-Carb.
3 minutes to go. Visa Cash App RB, also known as the V-Carb.
Or, if you're an oldie, Toro Rosso.
Yep. We are gonna maybe see some reserve drivers racing today, and we can see how we would call them rookies, because this might be some of their first time racing. We have had some shining stars, like AMS Marcus in Texas. He scored 21 points that race as a reserve driver. First race.
As a reserve, first race is really good. Yeah, if we look at the points, I'm thinking of a couple of battles that's going to happen. Marcus and Forza, man, I'm definitely thinking there's going to be a battle if they're racing today, which I don't know if they are, but let's have a look for some other battles on the grid. Gladiator and AMS Marcus, only a 2-point differential. I do not see either of them I don't think just yet, but you know, there's not many minutes until the race actually starts, but
Yeah, we have 1 minute.
yeah, hopefully all the drivers maybe just came in late. As you can see, Kaname is here. We do have Kaname
Oh,
here.
that will be an absolute doubt for Alkai here, as Kaname is the reigning champion
Yeah, as you can
from
see,
last year.
he has the trophy next to his name. But yeah, Kaname definitely gonna be
Well,
probably gonna be leading, to be completely
definitely a
fair.
lot more of a closer season in season 5 of SSL. Um, yeah, than this one, because he seems to be dominating this one so far.
Yeah.
But let's see if the unexpected happens here in tier 1, where this could end up in a crash out. But we will see.
My voice chat's got suspended. I don't know what I was about. But yeah, hopefully. I mean, we don't know if it's going to happen, but Kaname, in the unlikeliness that this is going to happen, could crash, and maybe there could be a comeback on for second place driver. Um, I should have had my phone open for that, but you know. Alright. Yeah, definitely. I think if Kaname does crash, Alkai could have a chance because both of them are racing today. I'm hoping for good performance out of Alkai considering he is an Aston Martin driver. Mate, I'm rooting for yous. Just hoping I haven't given it the commentator's curse there. But yeah.
Looks like this is the one and we might have a bit of a delayed race. So far.
Yeah, we don't know if any other drivers have just not decided to show up or they're just a bit late and just trying to settle themselves down because every race is probably quite nervous for it's quite nerve-wracking for all the drivers out here today, and yeah,
Well, I think the person with the most stuff on their shoulders might be some of the reserve drivers if they do end up racing to perform well.
yeah, I mean you can't really put too much pressure on them because they are new to it. As you said, they are rookie drivers, and you can't really expect too much either because like there's going to be a lot of pressure and a lot of like nerves coming from them, and it's just going to be a bit hard, I think, for them. But
Well, as we are going 2 minutes over schedule now, we have 10 drivers that will be lined up on the grid. We will see as we go on. We don't know how much of a late start we're going to have so far. But hopefully it's not too long so we can get some action-packed racing to you guys.
I'm just trying to have a look for Gladiator here. I don't know where he is on the grid, but
Gladiator has just joined in Red Bull.
Gladiator is now a Red Bull driver. I think he is a rookie as well because I do not see him.
Is he a reserve driver?
He could be a reserve driver because I do not.
Hasn't Gladiator? Oh no, Gladiator is a full-time driver, only competing in 2 races, China and Austin, Texas.
Wait, what place is he then? I can't.
He is currently 7th in the championship, in a fairly close battle
Oh, yeah.
to Knox, our owner and founder of SSL.
Yeah, and the man who gave us both this opportunity, which we are really thankful for. And also another driver's just joined, Rab_Zog. He has joined Aston Martin. 2 Aston Martin drivers on the grid today. Double the chance. Also, I just got a friend request, Harmex. Oh, yeah.
But we couldn't have 12 drivers lined up on the grid as we are 3 minutes over time. We're slowly starting to see it fill out,
Yeah, we're just
which will
hopefully...
be causing for a winning race.
And here is
As
Formules...
Tighter race.
Here is Formules SYFE joining Haas. That is both drivers on Haas now. 2 drives for Aston Martin, and I think that is about it for the both drivers, apart from Visa Cash App or Toro Rosso.
Well, before we get racing, let's have a review of the Japan track. Now, looking in Japan, the track was made by Honda for Formula 1 racing to bring it to the sport. It's a very well-known track around, even for non-F1 fans. With the Suzuki S's, it can be very close, if you get too close on the curbs here, it could end your race or causing a collision.
And end other people's
Um,
races and potentially your
Now,
career.
Japan, at this time of season, it is known for rain. We don't know the weather forecast so far, but there is a high chance of rain here. Some of the worst corners
And
are
some of the
super
best.
S's again, and going into the hairpin. Some would say the chicane at the end could be a hard corner, but it also is a chance for overtaking, which could make our racing better. This race will definitely, if not the action packs, come down with a lot, like pit stops, either for broken wings or just need a mandatory pit stop. But with 15 minutes to qualify here, it looks like it's going to be fastest wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you get pole here, you're looking like you've mastered the track, basically. It is one, if you don't master, you need to learn.
And it is,
Because
if you're not
if
mastered,
you're not in, say, the top 3, it looks like you aren't going to be competing fast enough around, basically.
here now, as you can see, the drivers are starting to ready up. I don't think they have any more patience left. 13 drivers on the grid today. There could be some crazy outcomes. There's probably going to be only one pit, I'm assuming, unless there's a big crash. There could be a couple of more pits for certain drivers, depending on their skill level and what happens to them during the race. But I think the race should be starting soon. And also, we want to apologise for the setback that we've had. We were just waiting for a couple more drivers to join, because we feel like only an 8-driver race would not really be most entertaining for everyone.
Yeah.
But the
as
race
we are about to start
starts
racing
in 5
here
seconds.
in Japan. Now we are going to start out in qualifying, as we are going to bring our live feed now onto the circuit. This is going to be a fairly nervous time for the drivers. We do have, I think, give us a second. Yeah, we do have quite a few races driving.
Yeah, we have, I
which
think,
could bring a very
13.
entertaining race, or a very boring race. We see as we go. That is the fun of live racing.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen. It's not planned. You never know who's going to win, who's going to lose. So it's just the benefit of the doubt, really. Go with the flow.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But yeah, 2 drivers, just waiting for the 2 drivers to ready up. Are you Thus Guy and Rab_Zog? Yeah.
I think recapping our predictions, we've both been predicting Kaname to start on pole and possibly win this race, unless unexpected happens. We don't know how Kaname performs around Japan, but we can assume he's not bad, as we come racing here in Q1, or the 17 minutes of racing. All the drivers now be looking at how other drivers are doing. They might be waiting for people to come out of the pits. We don't know.
Yep.
But there could be starting setups. This is a professional league. As we have one driver coming out, a Haas driver and a Sauber.
There's quite a lot of drivers coming out now.
Alfred Vesta is out of the pits. In front of him.
So is
Mara.
yeah,
will be leading the
Mara.
pack. Out. So, alright. Adam, Shrika, yeah, tell me if anything happens. You keep reviewing, I'll just talk.
Okay.
Alright, so, in here, Japan, we will follow Mara coming round here. Now, this is a fairly easy part. Just don't go like too wide round here, because you will end up on the curb, and the curb can easily just the barrier, or at the best, gravel. But yeah, it looks like we are gonna have easily a fairly cool qualifying.
I mean, not to alarm you or anything, but Mara is quite close to one of the Kick Sauber drivers here. If you'd want to spectate.
Well, Mara and Alfred Vesta look like they're gonna be close in the laps. Alfred is going to be looking to get his slipstream, especially coming down turn 1. Yeah, this will be a fairly good qualifying for the Haas. Well, no, not for the Haas, to be fair. Alfred Vesta, this could be a really good lap to kickstart the times. We will see the base around Mara. We will see how well they start doing. As he comes round to the start line now, start his lap. Now, as you come down the straight, this will be a good slipstream for Alfred Vesta.
Yeah, and
As Mara seems to have pulled away from him.
and if you're in the right
zone,
if you're in the right zone, you can hopefully manage to get
where
DRS.
it will be a make or break decision if he messes this up or not. This can cost the whole lap coming around here if you get too much curb. Following him around here, this is a really easy section, just don't mess up braking. The light braking coming into there, come under the bridge, make sure you don't have too wide of an exit, or you will end up on the green. You can come out hairpin now, have a tight line to the apex and come out wide. As you come out here, it is a fair point overtaking, coming around here with the DRS. Now, coming around here, you just get too much curb, even on a good day, it can lead you going off as it is with the curb.
And it is also starting to rain here as well, so it's going to be more likely for the drivers to potentially go off. They're going to
rain qualifying, so all the drivers will be out looking for good laps to try and kickstart it off, as these laps could decide qualifying.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do very well on intermediates.
Perfect chicane there, getting DRS. Mara sets the table with 129.310. But let's see FX
Kaname with a 128.5 on her.
128.510.
Yeah, but I don't think there's going to be many more laps left until drivers have to swap to intermediate, so because the rain.
Well, it looks like tier 1 rain here, so it could be 10 minutes until the 10-minute mark. We've got caution sector 3. There is a driver off. William driver.
Oh yeah.
He's going to have to pit now.
Arthurless guy.
Looks like he's a pit trying to get close. It's a red flag.
Wait, they've called a red flag.
Oh. Which is a red flag. But his lap's been invalidated.
I mean, we can't be joking, we've got to be serious.
Now, Sir Knox.
In 12.
He's going to be
looking
for a good lap before it starts to get out on track.
Formula's went out there.
And I'm looking for that in the pits. But yeah, Kaname with a lap between 0.09 away from lactose FX. Now Kaname wouldn't be happy with a lap that is way too close to comfort. As William driver after Rufus was a really bad and unlucky time there. As Formula's FE starts his lap down straight.
Latso FX CTV has just gone off the track a little bit, allowing Kaname to overtake. He's going to pit now as well, Kaname.
As we follow Formula FE, he's going to do this Suzuki S's. A bit of understeer there, might be the rain causing that, we don't obviously because we're not on track. Yeah, so it looks like a fairly okay, just hit fastest sector 1 now. Formula FE down in the half. He'll be looking to still improve on his lap on Kaname's time. As he follows the track. Now coming down into these corners, we're starting to get low on fuel here. As always.
Formula Scythe, I think. He's coming around on a pretty solid lap, coming in during sector 2 with a 1 minute and 15. Could he potentially set a fastest lap? What do you think?
We've lost a bit of time coming into sector 2 there. But as we come around to chicane now, he's looking for a perfect chicane.
Oh no, he's going to pit.
Touch the grass. He's had to pit. He's lost the lap at the end there. Fastest sector 1, that could have been the lap day. As drivers are now starting to run out of time with the rain, all the track starts to get slippy and no one can improve.
Yep. So we have Sir Knox
We are going to
still
follow
on
Knox
softs coming out of the pit.
He's starting another lap coming down the Suzuki. He's
Ooh.
starting to slip there. That might be because rain, or that might just be the overstay. Losing grip. Oh no! That might be the rain coming in now. He's covered the laps. He's won it. He's on its side.
I mean, in this situation, what would you do? Would you suffice with hard?
And we have Arthur Ruthless off. He breaks his wings again.
Oh no!
It looks like he's spun in the rain. All these drivers will be now pitting for intermediates, maybe improving on lap time as Kaname sets the pace.
Oh!
Should end up in pole.
Wait, after
And
the Sky has just killed himself.
Arthur Ruthless has retired from the race now. After his sins on the slippery track. All these drivers will be abandoning their laps now, coming in for the pits.
I mean,
To get some inters on.
during this type of weather, would you have gone for hards to make the grip a little bit better, but not fully on wets, or would you just say?
Hards now would not work
Yeah, it's true.
at all.
Another driver's just joined Verstappen 111. He is going to have to watch during qualifying. He's not going to get much of a chance to experience the car again after a week of not driving it. I mean, how do you feel that Verstappen 111
Well, I've got to
is
feel
going
bad for
to...
that guy, honestly, because
Yeah.
unless he's been doing time trials or he's been on his F1 career, he won't have had much time to practice. As we were right, Knox is going to come into the pits. Now,
Oh.
Alfred Vester
A
is
lot
going
of...
to retire from the session
a lot
as
of
he believes
people are.
there'll be no one improving. Some of these drivers now will probably start to retire as the track condition is very badly getting worse.
Alkai
We
though,
have some drivers coming out of the pits now.
Alkai's still doing
Gladiator
very
and
well on
Timbo
softs.
DB.
Alkai's still doing very well on
Gladiator
softs,
is out on
so...
soft. He's going to look to try and improve his time as he believes he can. Both Marins now are out on track. Timbo DB having a bit of a moment there. That won't knock his confidence, but Formulous FE, who had a good start to his laps but ended not good, is going to start his out lap. Alkai is on his actual lap now in sector 2 coming under the bridge to the hairpin. He's going to follow that hairpin fairly nicely. He's going to have to not get on the throttle too quick. As Legends has retired in the McLaren coming into sector 1.
Yeah, I
believing
think...
that the track is too slippy
Yeah, I think...
and he will not improve his time. As we follow Alkai, he's going to look to improve his time around the bend onto the street. Many people believe he's a DRS.
Ooh! Oh no, Formulous YFE, or Formula Scythe, has just gone off a little bit there. He retired from the session.
Believing as well that there is no time in this lap.
Yeah, I think...
Alkai, look, Kaname believing there is no more time. Many drivers
Yeah, I don't...
end qualifying fast.
I don't think many drivers are going to stay in.
He
Ooh!
believes as well there is no time to save.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be much more improvements from the drivers out on the track now because the rain is just coming down and yeah, there's not going to be any sign of
Track
stopping.
conditions are worsening, and that is what you're going to get in qualifying. You're going to have to set your benchmarks.
Yeah, you're going to have
Those
to...
laps might even beat it. Now, Lactose FX will not be happy with what he's done there.
Oh no.
He's starting second, which is very good of him, but he knows he had very little gap to Kaname right there.
Wait, how come he's starting second? Because we need to do the outlap. Before the race.
What?
How come he's starting second?
Because that's where he's qualified.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because we do one shot quali. I'm getting it mixed up. Sorry everyone. What me and my friends do, me, Owen, and a couple of other friends, we normally race, but we do one shot quali. So I'm not very used to this.
DRS is now being disabled, classing the track as a wet
Two.
time. Some drivers not been able to get a lap in, like Formulous FE and our Ruthless Sky. They had a late come in out of the, onto the track, which they will not be happy about, as that's cost them. As Formulous FE was looking like a strong driver on his laps, and he will not like that, but he'll look to recover it in the race.
And Timo DB now has just popped into the
Yeah.
pits, and now
All the
only
remaining drivers in the
yeah,
session.
there's only three
And it
drivers.
looks like they'll be retiring very shortly.
Well, Owen, on
Yeah.
the agenda, how do you feel about that qualifying? Do you think the laps were pretty good?
I think it was really good at start, as we have Timbo DB retiring from the session.
Oh wait, someone left the session. Who kid 4 left the session?
It was
Oh,
but yeah, it looks like Rabzog and Cernox, who they will be retiring soon to end the session. Yeah, some drivers like Hokid 4, who just got in, they will not be happy, as they've come in at the wrong time, as Cernox is the only driver left.
yeah.
Now, Rabzog retires.
I mean, how do you feel about this qualifying? Do you feel like your opinion's changed on who might get pole and who's gonna win, or?
Well, we already know who's got pole.
Oh,
Kevin
yeah.
has pole. The track will not be improving.
Yeah, who do you have a different opinion on who's gonna win the race? Because
I believe Kevin is going to win it, especially with that pole.
yeah, that is a
Actually,
really good
no,
pole.
I might change my mind because he didn't have the best of laps there, not being to his strength that he's had before.
I want Alkai to
Alkai will
win.
not be happy with what he's done there starting P4. He's going to have to get past 3 drivers to lead in that race.
I really do want Alkai to win because he is an Aston Martin driver, and by his performance, he looks really good.
And that finishes the session now with Kanime on pole by what 1/10 now. Many drivers like Sir Knox was 6 seconds down, starting 11th.
Only Sir Knox, by the looks of things, he went on to intermediates and no one else did. So that is a bit different from Sir Knox there, but he probably did make the right decision. But he only managed to get 1 lap in, so it didn't really matter, I suppose.
Yeah.
Alright, and now
The only driver to go out in intermediates.
Sir Knox.
No, Sir Knox didn't even go out in intermediates.
Oh, it showed him as on intermediates.
It might have been, that's my fault.
And now onto the main race, the one we've all been waiting for, the big one you could say. And it is sunny now in the actual race, which is probably a blessing for the drivers after the horrible qualifying that they had due to the weather. No,
Well, it's looking like it's going to be a fairly race for those that have got the pace.
yeah,
Adam, are you going to change your predictions or anything now?
I want to say Alkai is going to win. One reason, because he's Aston Martin, and as you know, I do support Aston Martin. And 2, because, I mean, even during the wet points of qualifying, he was still doing really well. And yeah, I think he's definitely got potential for this race. I don't know about the driver who was in first. I don't really remember his name. Oh, anyway.
Now, as the lights are going to go out for the
And
start
they're
now,
off.
as we get Kanime coming off with an okay start, followed by Lactose FF. He's going to have to cover off Lactose FX now to lead down into turn 1.
Oh no!
Are they going to make it? Kanime locks up many drivers off in the back. Yellow flags are out as the RB and Alpine had a bit of a collision there. Holcor has retired. This will not be anywhere near a 1-2 for the drivers. As Kanime is going to look to get a big lead now.
There's a lot of
Still a
drivers
caution
on
second
this.
as Verstappen 1-1-1. He has dropped down the order now.
Oh no, Sir Knox. Sir Knox in 13th.
This is an insane race so far. Yeah, looking for the drivers.
Oh, 2 drivers have just gone off.
Timbo DB and Arthur Ruthless have had a collision. Does it look like Arthur Ruthless' wing is broken? It looks fairly okay from where we are set up.
There's definitely going to have to be a review on that
Many
one.
drivers. Verstappen 1-1 off the track again. Collisions down at Sir Knox now. He had some okay points in the last race. but he's going to look to improve even more.
Alkai is in
0 points as he's chasing down 0 points game position.
Alkai in second, coming very close. Please, man.
Can he make a turn down on the straight? Looks like he has more the pace after he overtakes the RB5 of Lactose FX. Okay, he's not going to use the RS, he's not going to use anything. He's just going to follow him down the straight and wait for his chance.
Well, I think considering the fact that DRS is probably going to be coming on soon, they are probably not going to use their ERS because pretty much all the drivers are in DRS zones of each other. So yeah.
Well, as we look down the track, we have many drivers now just following a formation with a huge battle between the McLaren, Haas and the Aston Martin. Yeah, it might be a very good battle for them as we follow on to Legends 5441.
Sir Knox has pulled up into 10th. Whoa! Sir Knox has just been knocked off by Formula's F. He's been knocked off by the Haas driver. And now he's going...
Just pulling ahead there. Possible race strategies now. It's going to be a one stop for most drivers on lap 13 unless you get a broken wing. So
unless you're Max Verstappen and go really early.
Coming down to the long corner and then into the chicane. If you can make a move for the lead of the race. Yeah, I think he might be holding it back before he gets the RS. He has the RS, it's his chance, he wants to make a move. He doesn't, he's going to follow Kaname and put him under pressure, waiting for that mistake here.
Yeah.
As they come round on the straight, he has DRS. Is he going to use any ERS? He is. He's going to try to make that overtake.
Here goes Alkai. Here goes Alkai.
Massive
oh.
As Alkai makes the move down into turn 1.
Come
Sorry
on,
for that cut off,
Alkai.
guys. Little collision. As we get a collision down into turn 1, many drivers going
Oh,
for the pack.
a 10-second penalty for corner cutting.
Absolutely insane battle. As the Haas drops down 2 positions, is Kaname going to follow Alkai very nicely?
Look at Alkai go, I
Sorry again,
mean...
guys, flat cut off. I know you guys want to watch the overtake, my fault.
Yeah, Arthur Ruthless has just seen a 10-second penalty, and Verstappen 1-1-1-1-1 has got a 3-second time penalty.
Right, Kaname is currently losing time to Alkai. This could be Alkai's chance to run away, as Kaname is starting to catch that back up, but it looks like this race is going to come down to the pits. As we have a caution, as Arthur Ruthless's retired car sits on track, and it's now green.
Yeah, I mean, 2 drivers have already gone off. I mean, he's not very happy with his performance so far, but a 10-second penalty, I mean, you can't really blame him.
Now, Sir Knox is into 9th position, giving him 2 points compared to the last 5 in his last race. Kaname is going to follow with DRS. Is Alkai going to defend this position? Is he going to send it into turn 1 or will he wait until turn 2? He's going to put it into turn 1. He's not going to make it.
He's not going to manage.
Mora is now in the pits for a wing change. He seems to be having not a very good race. After he was the first car out, it looks like his lap starts following down the grid. As Kaname is currently losing that gap as we follow Mora's lap.
I think Alkai is getting away from Kaname because of the tyre difference. He's on mediums and Kaname is on hards, which for the first couple laps is not suggested.
Down in sector 2, Formula FE, who was looking for pole, has got a 3-second time penalty with multiple warnings from collisions. It's very rare from the drivers now.
Yeah, only been 2 warnings in the whole thing, and now there's getting a lot of penalties.
Alkai with the better corner in here, as he has. Is he going to look to make a late pit stop? What Alkai is looking to make a fairly new one. So Alkai looks like he'll be pitting on lap 13 now.
I think he's probably going to try and hold out as long as possible to get as far away from Kaname as he can, because Kaname is on his tail.
Absolute lock up from Alkai there, and puts Kaname at position to overtake. Is he going to go for the overtake? Is Alkai going to defend? No, he's not. He's going to let that pass in by on that
And
side.
Kaname with an absolutely
He's down
beautiful
to turn
overtake on the Aston Martin there, which is kind of heartbreaking for me, but like this is still extremely entertaining for for me.
Alkai is going to look to gain that position back on the next lap here. He's looking fairly strong for the win today. After his amazing 4-win streak starting in Bahrain. As Kaname in that clean air seems to be getting away, but we'll see further in the lap as he starts to lock up his tyres now.
And here comes Alfred Evster as well, coming up close against Lazzo FXTTV. I think he's doing pretty well to say he's in the Kicks Alba. No offense to the Kicks Alba cars, but normally in real life they are not as good as the others. But Kicks Alba are doing extremely well. I mean, his driving style is just amazing, like truly mesmerising. Oh mate, that's
Two
spin.
drivers retired now. It's looking like maybe a very, very close battle at the front.
Yeah.
But we'll see as the race goes on.
If we go down to the back, where Sir Knox and Verstappen 1111 are gonna try and battle it
Alkai
out.
has ERS, DRS, and ERS. He might not be close enough now. Yeah, he's way too far back. I found that if he gets another 3-second penalty, it's again the up and runner for the pole here, but unfortunately gets caught out in the rain.
Owen, would you say this amount of penalties in a race would be extremely rare, especially the fact that they've only had 2 warnings in their whole...
From what I've heard, as we have said, we are new commentators, but we have a caution. Sir Knox has crashed now.
Oh no.
Sir Knox. It looks like he's had a bit of a spin coming down into turn 1. This won't be good for his race now.
That is not great for Mercedes here.
Okay, he's following the back of Kaname. And running to the lead. Down on him. It looks like it might be a very close battle here at the front following this race.
Yeah, Alkai's definitely coming up close. I mean, this is going to be really intense. Something that I don't think I'm going to be able to take my eyes off of here for quite a while.
Yeah, well... Yeah. It will be very intense.
Oh! As you can see, Alfred Evster's managed to overtake Lazzo FXTTV and now is pushing for Alkai and Kaname.
As we follow Alkai now, he has a close enough gap. It looks like he loses it, and he always seems to lose it on the last turn. Yeah, we're looking to get that position back.
Oh, and Formula SYFE has retired from session, and there is safety car.
Has retired from the session after safety car.
Safety car is out now due to the retirement of Formula.
The pop-up on the screen for safety car.
Cars are pitting now as well.
Cars will start to pit as we follow the RB.
TTV, Kaname and Alkai are not once looking too phased by this, but they are going to have to slow down now. Oh no, never mind, they aren't, but yeah, they're going to have to catch up to the safety car.
Kaname and Alkai, this could be extremely close at the front now, especially with 3 drivers off.
Yeah.
Could be insane.
Anything could happen here. I mean, so far this race has been brilliant, but anything could happen at this point. But I mean, I gotta give props to Kaname for now. He's been defending brilliantly, and I mean, and so has Alkai. To be fair, like they've both had both had multiple chances to overtake each other, and they have tried, but sometimes it's not always worked.
Well, as the pack is gonna start to get
LDR Legend 5441 gets a 10-second penalty for ignoring the yellow flag.
Be good for them. And Alkai pits. Kaname doesn't. He stays out on his hard tyres. Alkai will be looking for hopefully a better strategy than him now.
He's hoping to look for a solid pit stop as well because we need Alki back out if we want a chance for McLaren to win. But due to the safety car, I don't know what's going to
Many
happen.
drivers pitting now.
And
Kaname leading this race.
and LDR
on
legend
the safety car now.
and LDR legend 5441 gets another 10-second penalty for something to do within the pits.
Will be in fourth. Let's see who has changed their tyres. In the top three, nobody has pitted. Extremely tight gaps now between the drivers. Especially with the safety car. We're waiting for the pack to get bunched up.
Yeah, they're all going to join
FE
together.
retirement.
They're all going to join together, and I mean, due to Formula FE, I think he's definitely given all the drivers a second chance at the first place spot. But I don't know. And Knox has been in the pits for quite a while. His drivers aren't doing anything. No, his mechanical pit crew have only just started the pit stop.
They were serving his penalty, Adam.
Oh yeah.
After unlucky. But as all the drivers are now getting bunched up, we are going to put it on the screen to say we have safety car. So Adam, how are we thinking about the race so far?
Mate, personally, I think this has just been extremely intense, and I'm praying that Alki manages to get back up into that position, and yeah, that's about it really for me. I mean, also another thing to add actually before I.
Race now, as we pull that up on screen, the McLaren driver with a lot of penalties has retired after one stop. We are still in the safety car conditions, but that will extend it even more.
And as you can see now, both the Aston Martin drivers have also managed to get together, and Alki is managing to. He's just trying to warm up his tyres.
Bad spin in turn one. Looks like he will be improving very easily here. And Alfred Vesta starts in second. We will put it back on the screen. So
Yeah, I mean, how do you feel about this race so far? Like, with all the safety car and all the drivers getting disqualified and that, like, it has been intense.
It's been really fun race.
Yeah, I mean, we're only on lap 10. There's still 17 laps to go. Anything could happen now. But this safety car is definitely slowing it down quite a bit.
Yeah, well, as we're on lap 9 now, at 27, the race is quite a while to go.
Yeah, we're a quarter of the way through, I think, now.
Yeah. As we wait for the last driver to come out of the pits, it looks like safety car might be coming in fairly soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did we think of how quali was going to? We didn't get much time to talk about that.
I mean, quali, due to the rain, didn't go as good as expected, because, like, the rain definitely cut the time short. But there were some extremely good laps, like Kaname and Alki both getting really, really good laps there. But the rain, as I said, did cut it quite short, so we didn't see the full potential from all the drivers. And one driver, Max, just Verstappen, 5-1, definitely joined late.
I apologise to fans for the massive safety car thing being on the screen. That is only because we were doing some settings on our end, and we didn't want to show anything. A safety car is in this lap.
So the race will.
As Kaname will be restarting this race. This could be a fairly tight battle. Coming up, he's gonna get a good launch, Kaname. He's Alfred Vesta
And
about it now.
they're off. Oh, and look at this. Alfred Vesta is in second in the Kicks Albert. Can he make the overtake? Is he gonna make the move on Kaname, or do you reckon it's gonna be too early for him?
Well, I think this could be very easily a good race.
Yeah.
Alfred Vesta.
Yeah.
But they haven't pitted yet, and Alki has his mandatory pit out. He's on pads, so he will last to the end of the race. This could be an insane strategy for Alkai, but Canimaeus could be a very dumb decision.
Yeah, Alkai is basically
As
pulled off.
Alkai is gonna look around for a move on Lactose FX.
Alkai's basically done a Max Verstappen here as well.
He's gonna go a bit wide on the hairpin, but as he's gonna watch these drivers go along their race, he's gonna be waiting, he's gonna be ticking down until they start to pit. Now we are predicting that'll be around like 15, 16.
Or maybe a bit earlier, potentially. Lacto FX
gets a 3-second time penalty. He's in third place.
Oh no, not the Red Bull Toro Rosso driver. But look at this. Lacto FX is trying to make the move, but I don't know if he can. It's too tight around this around these couple of corners. But
safety car is out once
again.
It looks like safety car is going to be out for some debris on track, maybe. This gives Canimae, Vesta and Lactose FX a chance to pit now for new tyres. Are they going to follow this strategy well, or is this going to be the end of their strategy?
Yeah, but if they do mess up this chance, then it's not gonna be great for them. Like, they are definitely gonna start falling behind a little bit. So they need to take this chance now with that, because there won't be any effects with them.
The top 3 leaders will be picking as well. That would be a smart decision for them. If they don't, that is their loss.
Yeah.
Under safety car condition.
There wouldn't be too much effect on them, even if they did pit now, because the safety car is going to have them all in the line and they're all going to be going quite slow, so they're going to have the chance to be able to catch up before the race actually gets underway again. Yeah, Owen, we didn't talk about this. How was your thought? What was your thoughts on the qualifying today? Owen.
Sorry for that break, guys.
Oh yeah.
I have just grabbed a pizza.
Oh nice.
Really quick, so I can sit back and relax this race as we're still in the safety car. The leaders did not pit indeed.
Oh yeah, the leaders of.
Adam, do you have any idea why they didn't do that?
I don't know. They probably have something up their sleeve that they think's gonna work, but you never know, because the drivers are still pretty close to each other, so anything could happen really at this point. Like, this is just luck based now.
Has a 3-second time worth building up.
The McLaren drivers, both the McLaren drivers getting penalties. LDR Legend leaving the session after getting a 23-second time penalty in total.
If I was racing right now, it's time. I'll be focusing on warming my tyres up.
Yeah, definitely start weaving around on the straight bits just to keep them tyres warm.
I think my game. Are we still on the safety car conditions, Adam?
Yeah, we are still on safety car. Wait, he still says safety car. It says safety car, but there's not one out.
Sorry guys, I think our game might be glitched.
There might be a safety car further up the track though. It'll set off this lap.
The track map's not yellow.
Oh yeah. It should be fine.
Yeah, sorry guys, a bit of technical difficulties there. We will get that time to time coming to second league.
Yeah, I mean, I think it could just be a case that they got it on standby, if I'm being completely honest. Alkai with the overtake! With the overtake now, I mean, he'd have still got third anyway due to Lacto FX TTV's time penalty that he got earlier.
Yeah. Well, he now has in mind that he has a gap to build Kaname. As Alfred Vester is going to be giving Alpine DRS to find that.
Alright, let's... Oh, and Gladiator gets a 3-second time penalty. But let's see now if Alkai can make the overtake on Alfred Vester and get back into that battle with Kaname, who is going really strong still, even after quite a couple of laps of racing.
Alkai on fresh pads now. Seems to be catching the drivers.
Yeah, he's probably going to be better off just for now, due to the old to new tyre comparison. So yeah, I think Alkai's definitely got a chance to overtake here, as Latso FX does pit as well to get new tyres probably, and he'll be able to just finish the race. So yeah, I think this race has gone really well so far. Ewan, how are you feeling about it?
Speaking of entertaining racing fans watching, we'll do a check now as racing seems to subside for the minute. We're watching now. We have 3 concurrent viewers.
That's not too bad.
With 29 people watching the race so far. Well, as we expect, it seems like we have an actually good attendance to watch the race live. Many drivers like Alkai will be ticking down his time till Prescott and Kaname pit, which will be in the next 5 to 10 laps.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be on the 24th lap though, because their tyres are going to be worn out and potentially overused. They're going to be really, really overused. I'd say they're probably going to pit on lap 16, because normally that's when tyres run out.
At this time, I get why Kaname and Alfred Vester goes for lead in the race.
For the first time, the Kick Sauber driver, that was beautiful from Kick Sauber driver Alfred Vester there. He is a really good driver, if I'm being completely honest. It's really different to what you see in real life, because Kick Sauber have never really driven that well, like, in real life, due to the car and how it is. But in this, it seems as the tables have turned quite a big amount, actually, because they are doing really well.
Alkai waiting for a mistake from Kaname.
And Alfred Vester is managing to get away from the 2 drivers from Alpine and Aston Martin now.
At this time, I get why Kaname and Alfred Vester are pitting. And because the safety car wasn't long ago, the pack was too close. And if they pitted them, it would definitely leave them in worse positions. It's still looking like Kaname would be down in 8th and 9th. If he pitted now.
Yeah.
But are we going to see Kaname try to make a storm to the lead? Following through the chicane now, it looks like this is Kaname's wrong point.
I'm actually not sure, to be honest. I feel like Kaname is definitely going to be able to do something, considering the fact he's got DRS. And as I said, here he comes now. Oh, it's a beautiful overtake there from Kaname. I think the mixture of DRS and potential ERS as well definitely helped him get past. But can Alkai potentially bring something to the table here against Alfred Vester? Because he is definitely seeming to catch, but he is about 0.4 seconds away from him. So there's still a little bit of a gap. But Kaname is definitely getting away from Alfred Vester here. But Alfred Vester definitely managed to catch up a little bit on that corner, but it's not helped him much though.
Well, yeah. Well, Alkai's confidence will start to slowly be going downhill here. As he had those fresher tyres, he will be thinking he's faster than them. But he seems to be held back in P3. As the RB driver, who was at the top of the grid in P3, Lactose FX, is now down in 11th, which would be Kaname and Alfred Vester's nightmare right now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely thinking this lap is going to be Kaname and Alpha Investors pitting lap because their tyres, I mean, they are on hards, I think, both for the drivers, so they are going to be able to last a little bit longer, but not too much before their tyres start really wearing
Alfred
out.
Vesta is in the pits now. Adam, you called that one stupendously as Alkai moves up into second place.
That is really good for Alkai now. He's definitely got a bit of a confidence boost there because now he knows that Kaname is going to be pitting soon as well. With only 10 laps remaining, Kaname is definitely going to have to pit soon.
Alfred is witnessing his own nightmare here because he didn't pit under safety car conditions. Alfred Vesta is now down in P8 and he might even get overtaken down into turn 1 as he's on colder tyres. He's going to defend it down into turn 1, but he's going to have to work to not get overtaken later up in the lap as he got stuck in traffic.
I mean,
as we look at Alkai now. Yeah.
No, you go in, it's okay.
That was it.
Oh.
Yeah.
If I'm being completely honest, I feel like Kaname, due to the point differential between him and Alkai, I feel like he's definitely got a good plan for the pit. I feel like he's going to give himself enough time to catch up, but also give himself enough time to stay in first, if you know what I mean.
Looks like he's had a bit of a moment, moving down into 11th. As Sir Knox has had 3 stops so far this race.
Oh! And Sir Knox has just hit the wall. He just spun out onto the grass and hit the wall.
But we are not going to promise that as Alkai looks like he's going to make a move on Kaname.
It's getting really intense now. This is...
He's not going to... He's going to follow him. Kaname's in the pits. Let's see where he drops down to in time as Alkai takes the lead of the race by 6 seconds.
I was about to say...
Strong point for him.
I was about to say that this is where the old to new tyre ratio comes into play because his tyres are starting to wear out really badly. But he has pitted, so he's going to be on fresh tyres now.
Slipping down the grid. Now down in 7th with the only driver behind him, the one that he was battling earlier on. As the other driver's going to make the move, including the RB. It's Kaname's worst nightmare as he comes out in 9th. Only going to be scoring 2 points so far.
I think this also could be a potential for a 1-2. I think this is going to be potential for a 1-2 for Aston Martin here, which is my dream, but this is really, really good from both Aston Martin drivers.
Well,
but Haas has managed to... Oh, no, I'm not going to one person.
There was only one person that is not going to be scoring points, and that is so far Verstappen 1-1-1-1-1.
Yeah, but if we compare the penalties, there could be also a couple other drivers that could move down to 11th if their penalties get worse. But yeah, Alkai's definitely flying away with it here.
Mara, who is in 3rd, looks like he might be contesting Rabzog in the next couple of laps. Or 2nd place.
What a corner from Alkai there. Just a brilliant driver. He's definitely got this one in the bag. Yeah, Kaname's moved down to 9th, but he is going... But Kaname's...
Look for a move on the DRS or maybe even in the corks, in the chicane.
Is Kaname... Yeah, Kaname's on mediums, which is going to give him more of an opportunity in terms of speed.
A new fastest sector 2. As he's going to follow him with Diaz. As Alfred Vesta hits the...
Oh, I thought Kaname had spun.
You didn't have to say it, mate.
Oh, and Kaname with an overtake.
Lap, as he's the driver ahead of Kaname. Kaname making an absolute gap up to Alfred Vesta after having DRS.
Yeah, Kaname has definitely got something up his sleeve here. You can just tell he looks way more confident and a lot faster than he was beforehand. But that is also probably due to the fact that he was on a lot older tyres. But this is getting really close now between Mara versus Rabzog.
Is now in the DRS zone of Rabzog. He's going to be looking to put a break in Aston Martin's dreams here.
And in my dreams. Yeah, so...
Caution. Isaac looks like he has just had a moment there.
Yeah, the Polish masterclass not doing too well this race by the look of it. He is in 3rd on the table.
Make a double overtake. Nearly on his rival for 1st there.
Yeah, Kaname and Alfred Vesta are doing really well here.
Isaac just has a little bit of oversteer there. And look at Kaname, who's going to be looking to make an excellent move. But before we do that, let's pan to Mara, who is right behind the Aston Martin driver of Rabzog.
Oh no! there's only 7 laps left in this race now. Can Rabzog defend?
He's gonna go down the outside.
Rabzog is not defended at all
He has
there.
put an absolute stake in Rabzog's career there.
He's put an absolute stick through my heart there, mate. Does that make sense?
He makes that position up.
Verstappen gets a 10-second penalty again for speeding in the pit lane. That is a really unfortunate for Verstappen. 1-1-1-1. That is extremely sad for the guy, but I don't think he was about to get points anyway due to his 11th place and his 1.5 second gap on Sir Knox.
Well, Rabzog looks like he's dropping behind Mara now. Into the draft of Gladiator.
But he does still have chance, as he is in the DRS zone of Mara. Hopefully he can make the overtake on these next 7 laps, because he has had a really good performance, if I'm being completely honest. We haven't seen too much of him, but from how he's been doing now, I think he's been pretty well performed driver.
Well, as we look down the battles, Alfred Vesta is in the DRS of Kanime. Is he going to follow him nicely into this chicane? Looks like he's going to be too far back to make a move here.
Yeah, Kaname is going to be able to make it up another position due to there being a 2.7 second gap between him and Gladiator, who by the way has done really well. And Verstappen 1-1-1-1-1 has got another 3-second penalty as well.
Yeah, as we've learnt from this session so far, it looks like 8 tenths is way too far back. The latest you're going to get is probably 5 tenths if you are lucky.
Yeah.
Most overtakes have been made in the 3 to 1/10th range.
Yeah, and most overtakes have been made during that big straight or the first corner. So it's hard to get an overtake, really.
Well, that is the only DRS zone.
Yeah, it is, and it is also quite hard to get an overtake because you got to be in the right area, the right place at the right time. But you never know. I mean, by the looks of it, Kaname is an extremely good driver, but has he left his pit too late? But I mean, by all means, he has done pretty well, coming up from I think 8th to 5th in a couple laps.
Front runners so far have ended up in shambles. Alkai, who started 4th, has had a brilliant race so far as Rabzog starts to fall behind Mara. It looks like Alfresta has lost the ice, and Kanime will be going for a move on Gladiator. He's stuck in and he's gone down the inside.
Somehow, out of anything that could have happened, Kaname has managed to make the overtake out of a 2.5 second gap, which he has managed to gain back extremely fast. And now will potentially be going to make the move on Rabzog. I don't think he's going to be able to. I don't think Kaname is going to be able to deal with getting 4th here, because he looked extremely competitive in this race so far.
Well, so far, Kaname's been extremely strong after the pits, but we are nearing the end of the race. As we have a caution, it looks like Timo DB has crashed.
Timo DB has gone out.
Tiring.
Both McLaren drivers have gone. That is not great. And also, I just realised the reserve driver for Alpine, who was at the point Kaname's teammate, has also left, which is probably not going to be great for points for Kaname. But all the drivers are separate, it isn't in teams, so I don't actually think it will matter.
Even though with all his penalties, he's in the points now. I'm going to be scoring 1 point. This might be the first point of his season. We will see now. He has raced before and he's in P7 in the championship.
I mean,
He's not going to be a good time for him.
He's not doing too bad, but I don't think 10th is going to be too good for him.
Gaining on Gladiator. Oh, and we have Verstappen off the track as we catch that on the camera. Gladiator and Alfa Vesta making a switch in positions.
Let's have a look at Kaname now. He's gained a lot of time, down from 5 seconds to 1.9. So Knox gets a 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Oh no.
Verstappen 1-1. Verstappen 1-1. He's currently going backwards on track. Oh, he spun it.
Oh
Spun
no.
his car and he's been trying to recover it. 39 seconds behind Sir Knox. He could have made it position.
Owen, you might want to spectate Kaname right now, because this is about to be close for the Aston Martin driver and Kaname. He's managed to gain so much time back and could potentially go for second, but may...
nightmare here.
Yeah, and this is really annoying for me, but hopefully Rabzog can defend for these last 4 laps. It is quite a lot though still to go, considering the fact that there is still 4 laps. Well, the laps are quite long. I think the best lap was 1:28, so like that's like 4 minutes of defending, which is quite hard for some drivers to be able to cope with.
Oh, you make a move before.
Oh, and here he goes. That was a beautiful overtake from Kaname there.
Bad choice from Kaname there, as Rabzog will have DRS down the straight. Will he be able to defend?
Later on though, just finding out a bit earlier, Verstappen 11111 has got another 10-second penalty for speeding in the pits.
He's going to try to defend it, but Rabzog too far behind back on track. Yeah, so as the tables are starting to level out, we see who the faster drivers are here. Definitely Kaname is on top of that list, very strongly. Adam, who for you deserves driver of the day so far, as we are on lap 24 out of 27?
I'm gonna say either Alkai or Kaname, if I'm being completely honest. Both drivers have just been amazing. Like, Kaname has managed to catch up so much. He's got 3 seconds to go on the Haas driver, but yeah, Kaname's been amazing. But so's Alkai to hold that lead for a lot of laps. He got really lucky when he pitted. And then when the other drivers pitted, he got really lucky there because he had them at the exact point he wanted them, at the exact time he wanted them.
Well,
so yeah.
Fallen away from Kaname. As Kaname's been on the recovery, he's going to be on the podium. This might end his win streak here after a bad strategy call.
But here comes Alfred Vester as well, coming up for 4th, potentially on Rabzog. But Rabzog has done really well, to be fair, staying in 3rd for quite a lot of the race.
He's going to be following Rabzog now. He's going to send it on the outside. He's
gonna take it wide, and is he going to fully manage? Yes, he is. He's going to fully manage to make that overtake. This is...
No drivers following him now.
Yeah, Kaname is well far in front.
Alfred Vester is being followed by Rabzog. Rabzog seems to be falling away in this race after his first pit. He doesn't seem to be on a strong suit, especially as Verstappen.
Rabzog is also managing to gain on Mora as well a little bit.
So
I mean, Kaname has managed to get on Mora.
Kaname's streak so far, it's going to be his 3rd time out. He won't be happy with that, as they follow the battle between Alfred Vester and Rabzog.
With 2 laps to go here as well.
Oh,
Verstappen retired. He was 2 laps away. He would have got at least 1 point, but he's decided just to take it the easy way and opt out of the race. But Kaname is getting close. No, Kaname is definitely getting close on Mora. But yeah, Kaname is getting extremely close on Mora, but I don't think anyone's going to be able to catch up to Alkai.
It looks like unless Mora makes a big mistake now, Kaname will have nothing to do with him at all. As Rabzog loses that DRS gap, they're ending that battle between the drivers.
Yeah,
Kaname, will he be feeling, Adam, how confident do you think he'll be feeling about after his recovery?
I think he'll be feeling quite confident, if I'm being completely honest, because he came down from 8th and managed to get up to at least the podium. I think his confidence is going to be through the roof, if I'm being completely honest. But I've got to give full props to him because he is an amazing driver, and I mean his driving style is just something that you don't see that often. And yeah, that's about it.
Let's show you whether it's the real world. In this SSL league, Kaname is kind of their Verstappen.
Yeah, he is really good.
5 as the reigning champion.
Yeah, he is definitely very similar. Apart from the fact that he didn't win this race, but Verstappen did. That is probably one of the only
Well, we don't
differences that
know
I can
yet. A lot
see.
could happen as Canning May. He's very quickly catching up to back of Mara. Looks like Mara's going to have to defend for the last lap of the race. Hoping he can keep this thingy. Is Mara going to use any ERS on his straight to make sure he doesn't get DRS?
I'm actually
Now
gonna
Canning May has
check.
faster tyres. This will not be a fun time for him.
I want to check. So Kaname does have 30% ERS left, and he is.
Oh, Canning May, a lock
Yeah.
up from his tyres.
But
Is he
Mara,
behind on the ERS? He is.
Mara's starting
He's
to
not
use
going to
some
get DRS as well.
overtake though.
This gives a chance for Mara to get a bit of the lead now as we are going to follow this battle coming into turn 1. Mara will be hoping to keep second place as this could be his highest finish ever in this season.
Yeah, this is very out of the ordinary as well. Like same with Kick Sauber. It's the same thing. Haas are not as bad as Kick Sauber in real life, but they're never really seen up in the top 3. They've never really been seen.
Well, Mara
It's
is one of our
pretty
rookie
good.
drivers. First ever race for the league, and he's in P2. This
Yeah.
is an absolute time for the next season, or even transfers between teams.
Yeah, I bet
This would
he's gonna be
relate to
absolutely
drivers
buzzing.
like Timbo DB, who seems not to be in his best form yet. But we are going to follow this battle.
I think-
Kanime catching up to the back of Mara on the last lap now. It's going to be a battle for second. This will definitely put Mara under a lot more pressure than Kanime is right now.
Yeah, Kaname does have a
He's
lot
gonna
more
make his mistakes, he'll be
experience.
praying for a perfect run. As he's saved his ERS, he's going to use it all down the straight to down and try and defend the position. He's
But yeah,
chicane, he's hoping he's sealed the win. So if they hit the chicane, he needs to not have a bad turn or a spin, leaving Kaname a gap.
and here
He's
comes
had a- not
Alkai
the
now.
best.
He's
Come
he's
down
swerving
to the
around,
final.
and Alkai
He's
wins.
made it!
Mora
He's in P2.
wins. Mora gets second even. Mora wins the battle. Oh wait, what happened? Mora's just killed Alkai. Wait, what?
Alkai with an amazing race win.
And
there.
a death
We'll be
for
happy with
Mora.
that one.
Mora died. But yeah. Mate, all I gotta say, what a race, mate. Owen, how are you feeling about that? Because I'm buzzing about that.
Tell you?
Yeah, just a bit lost for words by the sounds of things.
Really, I'm happy with that race. To say it's the first race we've had to commentate for the league. That is definitely a good show off. Thank you to Sir Knox for giving this opportunity to us.
Yeah, 100%. I
As
mean,
we finish the race now.
yeah. Should we get some people in and interview them, or are we gonna just let them?
No, we are
Look.
gonna talk about how we have felt about this race and how
This wait, hang on. Can I just say something? Verstappen 1111 got driver of the day.
What? Okay.
He didn't. Whoa.
Who's that?
I mean, it's Alkai though. We love Alkai. I mean, what
As
a win
we
though.
are in the final parts of the session.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, any words of
We are going to
wisdom?
be talking about this, and at the end of the stream, we are going to be highlighting the highlights of today's race.
Owen, have you got any words for us today after that race? Like, it is just insane.
It was mad.
That's probably going to be a giant boost for Alkai as well.
I don't know what to tell you.
There is now a lower
Especially coming
gap.
down into the last couple of turns.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Alkai definitely closing the gap by 10 points. So I think there's about 30 something now between Alkai and Kaname. But both drivers doing extremely well, in my opinion. And what are you thinking?
I don't know what to tell you. It's been a fun race, I guess. Yeah, it's definitely been. I'm happy to have commentated on that. made my day, I would say, a bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
not a
mean,
bad session. Starting off qualifying in Suzuka, Knox had a bit of a moment in qualifying. Now, as the lights are going to go out for the
And
start
they're
now,
off.
as we get Kaname coming off with an okay start, followed by Lactose FF. He's going to have to cover off Lactose FX now to lead down into turn 1.
Oh no!
Are they going to make Kaname look? This was down on lap 2, where Alkai follows Kaname down perfectly into last turn, and he has DRS now. He uses ERS. Is he gonna get past the driver as some caution happens in sector 3? We pan away, sadly. Sorry for that one, guys. But we come back as Alkai. This was Alkai trying to come onto Alkali with EDRS. He tries to get over to the back of him, but Alkai manages to defend last second, keeping him behind on lap 3 again. So this put an absolute bottle cap onto who was leading the race at that moment. On lap 4, Kaname had an opportunity to overtake Alkai for the lead of the race, which he pulls off beautifully down inside before turn 1, creating an absolute storm to the race. Thank you for watching here today. Goodbye. Starting off qualifying in Suzuka, Knox had a bit of a moment in qualifying. Now, as the lights are going to go out for the
And
start
they're
now,
off.
as we get Kaname coming off with an okay start, followed by Lactose FF. He's going to have to cover off Lactose FX now to lead down into turn 1.
Oh no!
Are they going to make Kaname look? This was down on lap 2, where Alkai follows Kaname down perfectly into last turn, and he has DRS now. He uses ERS. Is he gonna get past the driver as some caution happens in sector 3? We pan away, sadly. Sorry for that one, guys. But we come back as Alkai. This was Alkai trying to come onto Alkali with EDRS. He tries to get over to the back of him, but Alkai manages to defend last second, keeping him behind on lap 3 again. So this put an absolute bottle cap onto who was leading the race at that moment. On lap 4, Kaname had an opportunity to overtake Alkai for the lead of the race, which he pulls off beautifully down inside before turn 1, creating an absolute storm to the race. Thank you for watching here today. Goodbye. Starting off qualifying in Suzuka, Knox had a bit of a moment in qualifying. Now, as the lights are going to go out for the
And
start
they're
now,
off.
as we get Kaname coming off with an okay start, followed by Lactose FF. He's going to have to cover off Lactose FX now to lead down into turn 1.
Oh no!
Are they going to make Kaname look? This was down on lap 2, where Alkai follows Kaname down perfectly into last turn, and he has DRS now. He uses ERS. Is he gonna get past the driver as some caution happens in sector 3? We pan away.